Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at Please 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 by Sabrina Carpenter. Now this is a newer song recently released. I've been noticing I get more engagement on videos that are more quote unquote popular if they're being used as sounds on different platforms or if they've been recently released. So if this is not your cup of tea, if you'd like to go back to the old jazz standards, please leave a comment and let me know. Everything I do here is based on your engagement and your preferences. So the more you tell me what you like and don't like, the more I'll be able to tailor these tutorials to your tastes. So we're looking at Please Please Please. This is a cool little pop song. And let's see. Let's dig right into it and talk about what chords we're going to be using in this one. So the original key of this song is A, but we've moved to F so that it will sit on our ukulele fretboard a little bit better. And then for this one, there's not a lot of guitar in the recording, but what guitar there is like boom, like kind of finger picked. And so it's a little tricky to finger pick this with the half note triplets that are in the melody. So I just decided let's keep it simple and just pra, pra. Now you can play this by fanning out your fingers like this, pinky, ring, middle, pointer, and fanning them out, or you can strum with your thumb just slowly through it though. So each string is sounding individually. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's a little practice video so you can get the hang of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! So now that you've got the chords and you've got the strumming pattern, which is just one strum, and you're gonna split that up for every split measure. So if there's 2 chords per measure, you're gonna do a strum for each chord. But now that you've got those 2 kind of under your fingers, let's try playing through the chords and the strumming together. Please, 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 don't prove I'm right. Bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you don't embarrass me, little sucker. Please, please, please. Great, awesome. So I mentioned half note triplets in the melody. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I do have tab and chords available for sale on my website, $3 on my website, or you can join my Patreon for just $5 a month and you'll have access to 4 different lead sheets per month. So that is a better deal. But whatever you choose to go with, this is available for purchase. It's going to make it a lot easier to understand the rest of the video. So I'd recommend you check it out, links below. But if you choose not to check it out, that's fine too. Just try to follow along. Bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. She's kind of got this 3 feel in a 4/4 song. So she'll take the space of what would be a half note and she'll convert it to 3 notes. Now these could be really swung 1/8 and 1/4 notes, but I feel them as triplets. So heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you don't embarrass me. That's where it gets a little too low for me, but that's where I'm feeling that triplet, triplet. Now normally we have those like spanning the space of a 1/4 note, so sometimes it can be a little trickier for half notes. I would recommend you just listen to this song a lot, get used to the feel of it, and then don't worry too much about the exact rhythm written on the page and just focus on trying to make it sound as close to the song as possible. Speaking of, this is a song that spans 2 octaves when Sabrina Carpenter is singing it. So her lowest note that she sings is a low C, if we put it in the key of C. If we put it in the key of F, I guess it's a low E. And the highest note she sings is up here. I think she's actually singing an octave lower E, and so the highest note she sings is this. But anyway, that's the entire span of the ukulele, especially if you have a soprano ukulele instead of what I have as a tenor or a concert that has closer to 15 to 17 frets. That's more notes than you even have. So I did adapt the melody for this one a little bit so that it will fit on soprano ukuleles. And the second line where it says, "Don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice," she goes back up again at the end there. But in the actual recording, or in the music that I do here, we're gonna go down instead. Makeups, tears when I just did my makeup so nice. We're gonna go down instead so that you don't have to go into uncharted territory. There are a couple times where we cross into the 13th fret, and if you have a soprano ukulele, you should be able to get away with that. You just go to the last fret and cross right next to your sound hole and just try to make a sound out of that. But otherwise, there's just no key that this fits a little better. Otherwise, we'd have to skip off one of the lower notes. Do, 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 do. We'd have to skip off that part, and that would be a bummer because that's a really fun part. So we do have some shifting because this is so high up on the neck. We start up here on the 12th fret. Please, please, please don't prove I'm right. So we start up 12th fret and we shift our ring finger down to here. Again, we're going to use our 3 fingers, assigning a finger to each fret. And then we go back up to the 13th fret. I'm going to use my pinky finger. There we go. So I get up to the 12th fret. And then we back up to the 12th fret. We're almost in this G shape. And now we're going to shift all the way down. So our pointer finger's here. Our ring finger's going to go to here. So that part's a little trickier. So we've got our ring finger shifted to the 10th fret. Now our pointer finger is going to go on the 7th fret. You could use pinky here too, but I just have less control of my pinky. So I tend to, if I'm shifting, I lead with my ring finger, or you could lead with your pointer finger being on the 7th fret and your pinky finger should be in this vicinity. And now 10th fret with your ring finger or pinky. Now if you're me, you got to do that little 8th to 7th, but if you're smartly playing with 4 fingers instead of 3. And now we have our open C. So we're going straight from our A up here on the C string to our open C. And that'll give us time to move our finger down to play that 2nd fret. And now this rest will give us time to get back up to the 13th fret. Please, please, please. So definitely a little daunting, not the easiest melody we've ever covered, but I think that's what makes this such a catchy song and such a great pop song, is that it covers so much space. It really shows off Sabrina's vocal range, so I'd encourage you to give it a try. Use it as an exercise just to practice shifting on your ukulele. I find for me sometimes if something isn't immediately easy for me, I can get discouraged, and so if you think of it instead like, oh, this is just an exercise, like a scale. It makes it a little bit more zen, you know, rather than like, oh, I can't play the song perfectly, to say, oh, well, this is just, you know, a part of my practice. This is just something I'm noodling with. I don't expect it to get perfect, and then one day you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be perfect, and you're gonna be like, yay. So here's a little bit of the melody you can play along with. If you need to slow it down, you know, there's that gear in the YouTube button where you can customize the speed and try it a little slower before you play it up to speed. And as always, leave a comment if you have any comments or thoughts or questions or requests.